Chestnut Crescent, Yew Tree Avenue, Beechwood Crescent, and Marley Crescent.
That can only mean one thing, guys. We have arrived in Marley Pots. So yes, this is the start of the Marley Pots and Carley Hill vlogs. Now, you'll have seen a theme with the street names, and that is they're all named after either trees or something related to wood. And I did a bit of digging, and apparently the reason for that is Marley can actually mean pleasant wood. It's an old English term, so that's where the street names come from, which is quite interesting. Apparently they did that because it made the area feel like it would have a pleasant feel about it if they named it after like trees and woodland, which is kind of interesting. Here's another one coming up.
We've got Leechwood Crescent there as well.
We're going to have a mooch around and see what's about. Now, Marley Pots isn't very big, and neither is Carley Hill, but we've still managed to identify some things to see.
Not that bad round again.
Yeah, got someone shouting already up there. Even though there's that potential reason for it being called Marley Pots, being the wood theme and the pleasant wood, there's also another potential theory as to why it was called Marley Pots, which I'll get into in another segment. It seems, again, lovely and quiet. Every time I do these videos, people say it's never quiet around where we are, and yet I arrive and there's nice all about. But we've got some kind of field here.
You can just see the Spire Bridge peeking out over there.
Pinewood Road. See, you're spotting the theme, aren't you? Happy days. Flags flying up here. Bit of patriotism. I think this is also what they call a monkey tree, is that right? And then we've landed on Maplewood Avenue here. Then we've got streets down and up, so again very residential. We've also got Maplewood Centre over here. Don't know if it's still open or not, so let us know if this place is still open. Did you guys know that English Martyrs Roman Catholic Primary School opened in 1962? Well, neither did I, because I'd never heard of this school until I was doing a bit of research for Marley Pots. But yes, here it is. So if you went to English Martyrs Roman Catholic Primary School, quite a mouthful, let us know what it was like. Was it a good school to go to? Now, I appreciate it's probably a long time ago for a lot of you, and the memories might be hazy. But if you've got some nice memories of the place, let us know.
Also got what looks like a nice set of houses and bungalows here. Solar panels as well.
Very posh Marley Pots, very posh. I think if you see solar panels, you're in business when it comes to an area. There's also, I can see some new builds down here as well. And we've got another school. And I think the one coming up is Willow Fields. Now, in a previous video, there was a sign for Willow Fields School, but then it was just grass. So it was as if the school was like picked up out of thin air and put somewhere else. Well, as it transpires, that school is now here. And it's now called Willow Wood Community Primary School. So yes, this new site opened up in September 2021. Originally moving from the old site. Didn't quote us on this, but I'm sure the old sites originally opened in 1968. So yeah, they moved into this modern facility here, but then you've also got the nursery of English martyrs as well. So if you're in the Marley Pots area and you're looking for a primary school, you've come to the right place because you're just surrounded by opportunity. But we'll take a closer look at this this Willow Wood Community Primary School.
Yes,
give Finley Jenkins a shout out.
Finley Jenkins.
He watches your videos.
Shout out Finley Jenkins, thanks for watching, mate.
That's his school behind you and all.
And there's his school. There you go. Thanks, lads. See you later.
Always nice to be out and about and have a chat with people. So yes, here's a closer look at Willow Wood Community Primary School, and this looks smart as anything.
If I was taller, I could get above. But
So yeah, very smart, very modern. Let us know. I suppose with this opening in 2021, people will not have many stories about this school, but let us know. Is it decent? We've also got some lovely new builds here, and in particular one has got a lovely autumnal theme going on. I think we'll go and take a closer look at this autumnal one. That's a hard word to say. I didn't realise until I've just tried several times. Yeah, look at that. That's lush, that. It's just a lovely touch. And of course, autumn is upon us. But these new builds are lovely. Like, check these out, man. Always love the grey combination, like the grey UPVC and doors. Just really modern and really smart. This is quite unusual as well. There's like a little extension-y bit sticking out of these houses, and it's like a blue colour. But yeah, lovely. Look at this new build estate. These houses are lush. So if you live here, let us know. Are they just as nice inside as they look out? But these are really smart. So this area is called Theodora Close, which I don't know if you can see the sign here. But yeah, it is really nice. And again, really peaceful. So we'll have a mooch through, and we're hoping that we can cut through to get back to where we were. If not, then we're going to get more steps in, and that's never a bad thing, is it? Particularly on a Saturday mooch. We've got more autumnal, that's 3 times I've now said autumnal, and it's got harder each time rather than easier. Themed houses over there. We've also got what looks like a friendly face looking out the window there.
hopefully you can see a little furry friend up there.
In the window. There's loads of exit points from this new estate as well. Now, this estate goes on for ages. This must have been some project, like...
We've came from that section there. Yes, cameo with Matty's coffee. And then it goes up here and all.
And it's also changed names, so we've now mooched onto Benedictine Way. I'm going to commit to Benedictine Way. Correct us in the comments if I'm wrong. These are such like cool, unique designs. I'm going to get in the middle of the road here, risk me life for the vlog, and try and get all these funky designs in the video. Check this out. Like, I don't think I've ever seen houses designed like that, ever. And this is Landulph Close, if anyone's interested.
The Torrens?
So, did you guys know that the Torrens was one of the most famous Sunderland built ships? And this is where the name came from. Now, this was originally a pub called the Torrens, but I can't find online the dates as to when it was open and when it was shut. So those from this area, when did the Torrens pub originally open? And then when did it close? Because as you can see, it's now a spa, as well as a couple of other shops. So yeah, a little call back to the history again of Sunderland. It's good that they keep the names of the original places on these buildings, despite it changing kind of shops and businesses. So if we mooch a bit further around, this is North Hilton Road, which kind of connects all of these areas. It's a massive road, to be fair. And then the only other place I can see that we've got going on at the moment is the Torrens Fish Bar and Pizzeria, which is obviously closed because it's still Saturday morning, but this is here. So has anybody had any scran from the Torrens Fish Bar and Pizzeria? If you have, let us know if it's any good. But I think we've kind of concluded our circle of Marley Pots, because back over there, this is Yew Tree Avenue. I absolutely love these names. Like, you can see why they were named after this stuff. I know Marley Pots, the actual meaning of Marley, like I said, is pleasant wood, but just the idea behind it just makes it seem very nice. Now, the other theory as to why it was called Marley Pots, which I alluded to earlier, is that Marley is actually another word for clay, and there was kind of clay deposits and clay work going on. So the idea being Marley Pots, Marley clay pots, that might also be where the names come from. So again, if you're familiar with the Marley Pots area, there's those two theories. One being that it's an Old English term for pleasant wood, and two, it's due to the Marley clay deposits that were in the surrounding area. Let us know, which one do you think is the correct one? It could be both, for all I know, but you guys are going to know better than me. So let us know in the comments. Maplewood Avenue, Elmwood Avenue, and then we're mooching into some lovely new builds again, which is Mulberry Avenue, should I say. Me Sunderland twang kicked right in there and I missed several letters out. Yes, it's Mulberry Avenue. And again, some swanky is out. New builds.
And an autumnal wreath, for good measure.
So Marley Pots, yous have had a lot of development going on. There's loads of lush houses kicking about. These are what I would say are more your classic new builds, rather than the ones we saw back there in Benedictine Avenue or Court or something. So as you'll see,
all very smart,
but more traditional, new buildy. So we're making our way up to Marley Pots playing fields and the ambulance and the fire station. Now, I didn't personally know that Marley Pots had playing fields and a fire and ambulance station. Of course, I'm not from round these parts, so why would I? Will be interesting to see what it's all about. For Marley Pots, which is, like I say, quite a small area, to have those kind of services on the doorstep feels a bit unusual. I don't know. I suppose when we go to Carley Hill, we'll be able to compare the two and see what Carley Hill has that Marley Pots doesn't, and vice versa. I'm pretty sure when it comes to comprehensives and things though, I'm assuming everyone from Marley Pots and Carley Hill will go to Southwick comp if there is one, but Southwick's obviously the bigger area, and it just seems to make sense that everyone from the smaller developments would attend there. But again, very peaceful. Feel like when I walk through these like newer builds and that, we could turn this into like a an ASMR video of some sort. If you even know what ASMR is. Let's have a look at the playing fields. That kind of thing.